I I don't know. He never texted me. He never notified me. Unlike him.
I don't think he was reaching out to anyone. It took a lot of phone calls to get through to him. I started using a payphone. He was dodging all of Eda's texts. He was dodging Sean.
Oh man. I don't even know if now's the time to explain this, but I'm going to in case you see him before I do. Richard is a very unique father. He's old school to the bone. He is very old school. And I it's taken me a long time to really know my father. My father, your grandfather, has a hard time dealing with emotion.
Mm-hmm.
And when something bothers him, where you and I may get frustrated, get mad, and have an outburst, Richard starts with an outburst and works his way back. And from what it sounds like to me, um, this time, he started with an outburst, and it sounds like the outburst caught up to him. And that's something that always hurt me with Richard, is that he always works backwards emotionally. But the part that hurts me the most right now is the thought that the doctors don't know how long he was without oxygen. And I was told and informed that he may have permanent brain damage.
Yeah, I had a bit of a chat with Kizu before I left the hospital. It sounds like he's lucky to be alive right now.
Rue, I never want you to think that what happened was your fault. I don't even have the context. But I don't want you blaming yourself for anything.
As I said before, I gave him all honest answers, so there's no regret or remorse there, because I'd feel guilty if I was sitting there lying to him.
Matt appreciates honesty up front. To Matt, your word is almost contractual. To,
He probably hates me.
why?
Because of what I did yesterday.
What happened yesterday?
Try to kill Judas. And Matt was the person, one of the officers to respond. And it's pretty damning that it was me who did that.
Do you have a warrant?
Not yet. I don't know for certain if Judas is alive or what state he's in right now.
I can give you my suggestion, but it goes against what you know.
Hmm.
If you get a warrant, I recommend you turn yourself into Matt directly. Because I guarantee you, he's already made up his mind.
That depends if I get a warrant and what that warrant's for.
What's the difference between owning it and not?
It's the going the prison side of things that, yeah.
I would do anything to make sure that you were fine in there. But I know that that's not enough. Because I know that there's more to it. And I'm sorry about that. I mean, respectfully, even I don't agree that you went ahead and did that to him.
I don't expect you to.
Did he do something? Did he say something?
He texted me saying he'd spoken to you when you were in the ICU. And that was the last thing I needed to read when all I wanted to do was go and buy fucking bottles of alcohol.
I know. I know. I know this isn't what you want to hear. And I know that now's not the time. But we know who Judas is. We know that he has his quirks and his problems. I don't think his words deserve him losing his life. And I guarantee you that that's the thought process that Matt's gonna have. It is the only thing that I see Matt having a problem with is the thought that words would result in someone possibly losing their life.
He had been pushing my buttons for a very long time.
I know. You know a complaint for harassment in the PD actually gets taken care of, right? That was my job. And that is for now still my job.
I know, but I get seen going to the PD over that. Not good.
No one said you had to go inside the PD. There's other ways around that. I'll be honest, I don't know if you'll ever remend that with Matt. That's an action and a consequence. But I don't want you to feel like your honesty with Richard was an action to his consequence. So what happened to Richard was not your fault. It may seem weird, strange to say, maybe to go as far as to say, different to say, considering what we've all been through recently. But Richard is the foundation to this family. He has a really weird way of showing it and a weird way of expressing it. And it took me very long to get to understand how Richard thinks. But I would do anything to defend that man. Even when I forgot who he was. And I will never see those memories again. That was the man that regrounded me. And that was the man who reincorporated me back into this family. And I owe him my life. His family is all I have.
When he's out of that hospital, it sounds like he needs to be reincorporated as well.
I will make it my only goal. If that's what it needs to be.
I'm happy to help out any way I can.
We'll figure that out. We'll figure it out, and wherever things go, we'll do it as a family.
Yeah. Conversation him and I had the other day. He had heard some of the fucked up shit I'd done. I think he was well aware of what I'm capable of. I don't know if he fully actually processed those are things I had done and can do. He seemed very shocked when he heard what I did last night.
Do you know how he reacted to your first conversation with him? Did he keep it to himself? Did you guys talk about it?
I don't think so. Was he not happy with the first conversation him and I had, or?
That I don't know. I was more asking how he responded to everything.
Last night, or when we had a bit more of a sit down about stuff I had done?
What did you tell him last night?
What I'd done to Judas. I told him I didn't regret what I did.
Did you give him any context?
Yeah, I did.
And what did you tell him?
Told him about the text, told him about you'd been pushing my buttons constantly. He hyper-focused on that I'd hurt an officer.
Completely reasonable response from Richard. Albeit, more I've spent out of that building, the more that I have seen people fail to impress me. And the police department failed to give Richard the respect that he deserved.
You're saying only 2 officers rocked up?
Multiple. There were multiple officers. And only 2 of them gave a shit. And according to Dr. Kizu, only 1 of them showed up with him. Nobody else.
That's pretty fucking abysmal.
There are things that I would love to do. But instead of burning that bridge, I'm gonna go to the officer. The only officer that gave a shit. And tell him that I said thank you.
Which officer was that?
Albert King. Albert's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, I'd go as far as to say that he's one of the few that I would willingly take a bullet for.
Seems to be a common occurrence when I hear someone from the PD's in the hospital. None of the co-workers or the officers seem to really care.
It's a hard line to follow because to an outsider from the PD, somebody who has not done the job, it seems like The police department does not care. But even I know that if we dropped everything every time someone went to the ICU, the UPD would spend more time in that hospital ward than on duty. Because we have a lot of people that find themselves in the ICU. And I'm okay with that. What I'm not okay with is if you are going to show up, act like you give a fuck. And if you're not going to act like you give a fuck, don't show up.
How many people rocked up that didn't give a shit?
There wasn't a specific number, but I'm going to speak with Albert and I'm going to have a conversation with him. Because from the sounds of it, it was either very late in my shift or just starting in his. And I want to make sure that whoever did show up is fucking ridiculed. And I will make sure that there is a very clear line that the police department failed to care about one of their own.
Did you want them to join Judas?
No.
Okay.
As for Eugene and McGregor, if they washed up on shore, I wouldn't give a fuck. I was busy that day.
I'll keep that in mind.
You didn't hear that from me.
I don't know what you just said.
I heard that you overheard a conversation at the hospital, and those names were brought up. But you don't know who said it.
Yeah, no idea.
Trust me, I'd do it myself if I could.
There's always putting stuff on the back burner.
Those names just might.
You'd rather them on the back burner. I'm, happy to bide my time.
Let's focus on stitching up an infected wound in this family before we open up another one, please.
Understood.
Because from the sounds of it, it sounds like Matt has made his decision. And it sounds like Richard walked out with a decision in mind. And I want to do whatever I can to hopefully bring that back.
As I said before, I'm in the same boat. I'll do whatever I can to help.
I'm going to suggest that maybe one thing to help for now. I want to keyword that for now. Let's try and pump the brakes on the personal murders.
Mhm. I have people on the back burner, but no one immediately.
Mhm. Oh, I have names in mind. I have ideas already going through my head. My dad is my priority right now.
That's understandable.
I really wish Ziggy was around so I could talk with him, but I doubt it.
I tried calling him just before.
Yeah, he's not going to answer. Um,
Are you doing okay?
truthfully, I don't know. I think because of everything that's gone on recently, I am numb to how I should feel. Because now 4 times in a row, I thought I was at my lowest, and it seems to continue going deeper than I would have ever thought it would go. And mentally, I did not prepare for this.
I don't think anyone can prepare for this, to be honest.
Yeah.
Can I help in any way, shape, or form?
Um, just be there for the family.
I'm already doing that.
I know. I know. Can I ask what may seem unconventional, but I'll I'll give you the context.
Mm-hmm.
What is JT's full name?
Jason Tyrell?
You know when he's normally around?
Um, all over the shop, sometimes nowish, sometimes a bit later next storm.
If you see him, can you pass my number to him? Um,
Yeah, I can.
JT is the one who recognized that Richard seemed a little quote unquote off. And I think if it wasn't for him, I don't think I'd see a chance of ever seeing my father again. And I want to thank him.
Absolutely, I'll pass your number on.
Thank you. I I don't know what to do today, but I do know that I want to go to the PD and go
Mm.
read that report, which I should not do, but I do not care. Do you want me to bring you somewhere and I can call you when I'm done?
Yeah, absolutely. Can you drop me at the hospital?
Yeah. Everything okay there?
Yeah.
Can I ask what you're gonna do at the hospital?
Check in on Richard.
Okay. I promise you anything unanswered, I will have answers for. I don't want to leave it on Dr. Kizu because it's not her responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
Just give me a few days to get the answers, and I will share them as I get them.
Thank you.
Mhm. Get over to the hospital. I'll come check on you as soon as I'm done. I shouldn't be too long.
Oh, good.
Do you happen to have any food?
Yeah, I do actually.
I'll
Got a
pick.
box.
Thank you. I'll pick up some food for us, and I'll bring you a few meals.
Thank you.
Maybe I'll bring Richard some actual food.
Yeah, fuck that hospital shit.
I haven't done fucking Jello in God knows how long, but every time I go, they feed me fucking Jello.
Ugh.
Shit's disgusting. There's always the sugar-free shit.
Oh, that's even worse. May as well just be eating dirt.
Pretty much what it fucking tastes like, unfortunately. All right, let me let you off here on the side, and just call me if you need anything, okay?
Alright. Same goes for you.
Yeah, just remember, this was not your fault. I don't want you to blame yourself.
I won't.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. I'll give you a call here soon.
Yeah, I'll see you soon.
Mm. Oof, man. It's a rough day for Flop. I think for Flop today, this goes beyond just sad. Flop is angry. What the fuck is that? Guess you're stupid. Fuck. When the last day wasn't rough for Flop? God only knows. That conversation with Rue is rough because Flop already knows that Matt has probably already made up his mind. If Matt responded and it's very like evident that Rue was the one to do it to Judas, it doesn't matter what Judas said to Rue. The point that Flop is trying to work on with Rue is that regardless of what words were said from Judas, even if Judas was wrong, Flop's whole thing about making the promise to make Rue, or to help Rue, I should say, be better, is to let her know that words should not constitute immediate violence. Words should not constitute a person's life. Even if Judas was wrong. Flop's trying to do the more, I guess, quote unquote, fatherly thing to make that point. Again, and I will reiterate again, even if Judas was wrong. Bob knows he'll never, rehabilitate Rue, but as long as he can help Rue think before she does, is sort of his goal. What's up, David? I wanted to say I've been enjoying the RP immensely lately. Thank you, David. I appreciate you. Thank you. Excuse me. I'm so sorry. I got my throat all choked up right now from everything today. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I appreciate you lurking and being here and supporting. It's been a lot of fun. It's been good, we'll say. I wonder how many people don't have Flop's new number. I am curious. Oh God, this is not the right number. I forgot I had this sim. I forgot the last time we did this. It's probably been a few days. We'll see. Oh no, dude. No, no, no. God damn it, Richard. That's so sad, actually. That's so fucking sad. Oh, Sky, if only you knew. That's actually so sad, man. McGregor, you stupid son of a bitch. We'll have a text Albert and just say, hey, thank you. Because it's the least he could do. Um, Damn, dude. At the time, Officer Pierce noticed a SWAT go out from Miguel Emelian, stating he smoked that flop pack, and 911 went out over dispatch shortly after, stating that Flop lost a duel with a murder kitty. Guess he's not the park ranger he once was. You know, it is kind of crazy to think that that wasn't a 911. He put himself on scene with that 911. Or, sorry, that wasn't a warrant, I should say. All right, Flop. Why don't we say we just get the fuck out of here? Go buy food for Rue and Flop. Appreciate you all being here and hanging out as always. I do appreciate it. I know that it's been constant Sag RP. Yo, I'm gonna butcher your name and I am so sorry. Oyampic? Oyampic? Or sorry, Oyamic. Oyamic? I'm trying. Thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate it. Welcome everybody. Hello, I'm Chris. I play Flop. I appreciate it. Brew, what's going on? Thanks for the 14 months. Appreciate the support. I don't know if we'll ever come up for fucking air, man. Holy shit. Love from Lottie. I'm gonna go back and save more lives. Oh, Lottie. I know your name. Jesus. I'm like, I know that name. Good old Lottie. I don't know how I have any tears left to cry. You know, I'm not gonna say anything or spoil it, but I had to write something today on my laptop. A couple hours ago before I got on stream. And I won't lie. Started tearing up over it because there's a lot that's gonna be coming. I'm not gonna spoil, but it's gonna be a lot. What the fuck is this? If you guys don't follow Lottie, be sure to go drop a follow, please. I would greatly appreciate it. I can guess, but I won't. I'm gonna tell you that speculating probably won't be worth it. You probably won't know. Give me just a minute. I'm gonna use the bathroom real quick. And I guess we're gonna go see Rue. So, should be good. I'll be right back. All right. Sorry. Yeah, roleplay's been a lot recently, man. It's been good. It's been a lot of fun. I've been enjoying it, but it's definitely a lot to it's a lot to take in, and it's a lot to I guess follow through with, but I think this is probably the lowest his character has ever been in, if you can imagine, 5 years. Not like in character 5 years has passed. I mean like 5 years is in 5 actual years. It's getting close. By January of 25 will be 5 years I've been playing Flop. But in all that time, I think this is beyond the lowest this character's ever been. So a lot of good role play is going to come out of it. There's going to be a lot of big jumps. I know a lot of people are going to have a lot of questions, but I think right now the big thing for Flop as a character is that the job does not matter to him right now. So in the last 2 weeks, we've dealt with probably all the emotional terrorism that continues to come. And I had my first actual, keyword actual, perma roll for Flop. Which is a little wild to think about. A lot to happen in such a short time. And I think the fact that Flop is not dead, I think that there is definitely another... I did say that there would be a lot of repercussion for what happened with Miguel. I would not let that RP go unscathed. I think that there's a lot that's going to continue to happen because of that. So whatever happens moving forward, blame Hydra. Thanks, Miguel. Food? Flop's gonna go to get food with Rue instead. Fuck, did we grab the old or the new phone? We did. Okay, thank God. Hail Hydra. Dr. Kizu's great. Actually, we should probably call Rue and make sure. Also, whatever's happening right now on duty, they have a helicopter out. So whatever the fuck is going on, I'm assuming someone got killed. Oh, fuck. Wait a minute.
How you doing?
Okay, thank God it's not Rue. I don't know. I checked my other phone. My problem with the other phone was that the... Where are you at?
I'm sitting next to